Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this meditation in the work. All right, a quote from Byron Katie, and this is from Loving What Is. A thought is harmless unless we believe it. It is not our thoughts, but the attachment to our thoughts that causes suffering. Attaching to a thought means believing that it's true without inquiring. A belief is a thought that we've been attaching to, often for years. Most people think they are what their thoughts tell them they are. One day I noticed that I wasn't breathing. I was being breathed. Then I also noticed, to my amazement, that I wasn't thinking, that I was actually being thought, and that thinking isn't personal. Do you wake up in the morning and say to yourself, I think I won't think today? It's too late. You're already thinking. Thoughts just appear. They come out of nothing and go back to nothing, like clouds moving across the empty sky. They come to pass, not to stay. There is no harm in them until we attach to them as if they were true. Good to know. All right. So that's what we get to do is inquire. Good news. All right. So just noticing thoughts that we might have attached to, whatever believing is for you, and this by this definition, something that I'm attaching to, sometimes for years, is just notice. And the best ways I find is if encounter something and I have a stressful idea about it, a stressful thought about it, or it just appears and there's a stressful, painful feeling about the thought that's going on in my head. So, an encounter with another person, something happens, just noticing. And see if you gave anything like a difficult feeling a voice. Why am I upset in this situation? Why do I feel upset? What is it? What would I say if I just had a simple, short statement? Just noticing that. And so here's a simple, short statement. And then see with whatever it is, how do you want what you've seen or what you've experienced or what you're looking at with this encounter? How do you want the other person to change? Or whatever you're really looking at over there, how do you want it to change? You might notice that you have thoughts about you changing as well. Of course, kind of goes hand in hand.
Can we do a preference that they change instead of us?
Yes. Good
That
thing.
would be so much easier on me.
Yes. Which, yeah, I mean, good to notice, right? So what's your one-liner? What would you, when you're looking at your thing, whatever it is, how do you want them to change?
She's not clear communicating,
Okay,
or she's not communicating clearly. That'll be a better sentence.
perfect. Perfect. Good. All right. And you want her to. She should. Yeah. It's upsetting. Okay. Good one. Who else? Larry B.
Well, I started with I don't want to hear any bad news.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
I guess I'll finish with that.
Yeah. That's
I'm,
good.
I'm not sure. I'll go with that.
Yeah. You can imagine even hearing the news or whatever and just noticing a thing that says, this is bad news and I don't like it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good.
I'm always anticipating bad news.
Mm.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, good. Good one. All right. Yeah, I love everybody can share in the chat whenever, whatever you want. It's perfect. So Lori says he shouldn't be triggered again. Joe says he needs to care and he doesn't. Megan, he should set boundaries. Yeah, I saw a hand. Judy, Judy. Hello, Judy.
Hi. Hi, Larry. Everybody. Well, anyway, thanks very much. I appreciate the invitation. Oh, my girlfriend shouldn't have started drinking again.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, female, whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
close friend.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Perfect. Good one. Thank you. All right. She should be more fun to do things with. Yes, Lori.
Um, well, I said I was available for all of these dates and times for rehearsal,
Hmm.
but I, when we received this schedule, I wanted them to change it an hour earlier on one day. So asking for them to change the schedule for me is, well, it was very stressful to ask for that.
Mm.
And what am I believing? What am I believing? I'm believing they'll say no. I'm believing they'll think I'm ungrateful because they gave me this opportunity. I'm just going to be an ungrateful, whiny bitch to ask for them to change it at an hour.
So it's really good to see. So asking, making a request,
Yes. Making a
they'll
request.
think poorly of me, you know.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. If I make a request. And they'll even specific, they'll think I'm ungrateful or something. Anyway, they'll think poorly of me if I make a request. That's a really good one. Yeah, not uncommon. All right. Anyone else want to say yours out loud right into the circle? And you can just have yours in mind and you could say nothing and just be listening, but you can share and chat, whatever feels most comfortable.
Yeah, can I share mine?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Um, I'm scared I won't find a job.
Yes. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. I won't find a job. I won't find a job. Yeah, Belinda.
I don't like my daughter's fiance.
Ah, good. Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like him. All right. So just notice your situation. It might be whatever's happening right now, but notice that person, encountering them, the images that come to mind. There she is doing that thing. There I am. There's the news. Okay. Let's do the work. All right. So just noticing this thought enter your mind. Okay. And the attachment to it, because there's feelings, right? Get attached. And we've got inquiry. So great. First question. Is this true? Is this thought that has appeared in my mind, is that thought true? What an interesting question, because to have some feeling get involved with it, like you're just feeling your thought. It's sort of as if something in there is already on its way to true, but okay, wait a second. Is it true? Can you absolutely know that this is the truth? Is it the truth for all time? Paul.
Okay, that's a different question. Is
Mm,
it true right now or is it true for all time?
yeah. I don't know. I sometimes think of that like with what's absolute truth?
Uh,
What do you get? She's not clearly communicating. Is it absolutely true? Well, in that situation, just that they're in that situation, is that absolutely true?
no, because my mind is so drugged up. I don't know. It's coming across that way to me. I'm trying my best to grasp it, but
Yes. That's,
obviously something's being missed.
yeah. Okay. And that's great. So no.
Mhm.
All right. That's a good one to notice like this. And that if I'm not grasping, well, you get to see more here in a minute. But so I'm not grasping. She should clearly communicate. This communication isn't clear, and it should be clear. I want it to be clear. I need it to be
She gets upset that I'm not responding appropriately.
clear.
So
Yes. Okay.
obviously missing something, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. So good. Just noticing it. Larry.
It's absolutely true. I don't want to hear bad news.
Okay. Yeah. Don't want to hear it. Do not want to hear it.
I mean, there were several things today, but the first one was taking the dogs to the vet.
Ah, okay.
It's always $500 taking the dogs to the vet. I don't know. And I realized I do not want to hear it was just like going to the doctor myself or Carol, my wife, going to the doctor.
Hmm.
I do not want to hear bad news. That is absolutely true.
Okay. All right. I just had this thought of like um if somebody told you there's a tsunami coming, you'd probably like knowing.
It depends. Is it in Thailand or Phoenix?
It's in Phoenix. It's coming
Oh,
to
well, then I got to put, then hey, lay it on me.
yeah, yeah.
I don't, you know what? Honestly, I'm not even sure then because there's so much of like,
Okay. That's
depending on where I am, what the hell can I do about it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But you raise, okay, point taken.
Yeah. All right. So Joe says, no, he cares to the extent of capacity he has to care, which I judge as being totally lacking. Yes, so it's good to notice. My opinion, this is totally lacking, but should he care any more than he does? No. Okay. And Mary says, no. Me wanting her to be fun doesn't mean she should be. It's good. Yes. Same thing, my opinion of fun too. Lori, no. This is what he does sometimes. Good. Joe, it's like getting angry with someone who can't walk and screaming at them to get out of the wheelchair and walk. Ah, that's pretty compassionate. Yeah, just being able to see that. There they are, doing what they do, and I can see they can't do it any differently or better. Okay. So, and Belinda says, I like that my daughter says she is happy. Ah, a little crack in the, yeah, I don't like her fiance. But I do like that she's happy. Okay. Can't absolutely know it's true. It's good. Yeah. Lori, what they'll think poorly of me if I make a request. Is it absolutely true? No. They were willing to look at the schedule and change it. That's good. All those fears that came in didn't happen. They didn't yell at you. Yeah. Okay. So all it is just noticing whatever your answer is. Now, what happens when you think it? How do you react? What emotions come up on the inside? How do you react to this thought? So here comes this thought. See the situation. What happens when you think it? When you believe it? What kind of images come to your mind about what this means or where this is going, what's going to happen next, or what that meant in the past? Joe says, I drive his lack of caring deeply into myself. I make it about me. I make it mean something about me. That's, yeah, powerful to see. Really. Yeah. I feel hurt. Like, so I feel, when I have this thought. Mary, I used to get angry, but now I get kind of down and disappointed and bored. Yeah. Okay. Okay to share out loud too. How do you react when you think this thought? Lori says, frustration. It might look like months of him not speaking to me like before. That's a good one to notice images from the past. Empty, sad, like, uh-oh, here comes this again. Or, yeah, just notice the mind getting afraid about that. Paul,
I just feel like giving up
good one.
because I'm on this medication for at least another couple of weeks, and my mind is not getting any clearer. So it just
Um,
feels futile to try.
okay, yeah. So I feel like resigned, giving up, like,
Yep. Yep.
yeah, which is really good to notice because it's definitely stressful too, isn't it? Yeah. Like you might not feel aggressive or make this,
Right.
but it's just terrible, collapsing. Yeah.
Yep. If
Yeah.
my mind were clear and I'd have some good arguments, then I might be more aggressive, but I don't
Yes.
trust they'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Really good. Joe, and then Judy, Belinda.
Um, as I said in the chat, I make it about me and I carry it.
Hmm.
So I always get a bit, I don't know if confused is even the right word, doing the work when you're triggered
Oh, yes. It's okay.
because the work's so thinky and I get the relief of the no, it's not true.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I've always found this with the work. When you're triggered,
Hmm.
the work I find difficult. And I just wondered if you had anything to say about.
It's a great question. Yeah. I mean, just noticing so triggered, so lots of activity happening, like in the feeling sense, in the torso, in the mind, rushing,
Was yeah.
rushing
Like
it.
survival fears triggered, like
Yes, yes.
survival reptile mind.
Yeah. It's okay. I just sometimes like to see, it's believing I'm not safe. I'm not safe.
Exactly.
And then just you can say, is that true? I'm not safe. Is it true? it helps see. I sometimes like just seeing, oh, my mind is just, I'm using thought. It's to, I don't know, whatever I'm doing, like, scare myself more or whatever. It's like I'm using thought um, in a way that isn't truly peaceful. Let's just put it that way. And you're innocent with that too, of course. No, nothing to blame, but it's just, oh, it's kind of gotten revved up. You think of car engines when you actually push the pedal down, but it's not engaged and it just goes like that. It makes a really loud noise. It's like I'm doing that and I'm just yeah, I'm just using thought in a way that it isn't peaceful. Isn't it's not true for me, really. Like I'm attaching. I'm attaching. And to have just so much compassion for the mind to do that. Your mind is like really coming in and doing its job. Uh-oh, we're not surviving. Uh-oh. Let me like, they all run in. All the thoughts run in. Uh-oh.
There's some payoff for the mind. The mind believes there's
Yeah.
a payoff for all that activity.
Yeah.
And there is no payoff, of course, but the mind doesn't believe
Right.
that.
That's its only job is your survival. So, it's ready to go on alert. Yeah. And just seeing all
Got
that.
to watch that. Sorry, you go.
It's okay. It's just noticing it all. Just noticing there's something that can notice all of it.
Of course.
Yeah. Woman,
That's super helpful. Thank you, Grace.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think Judy was next. Judy will come back, and Belinda. Judy. Do you need the little ask to unmute? Here we go. There you go.
Thanks. Yeah, I was trying to do it, but it didn't seem to want to work. So
Okay.
anyway, so mine is that my friend has started drinking again.
Mm-hmm.
She shouldn't have started drinking again.
Mm-hmm.
So my reaction, I feel really sad, feel kind of sick inside.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the past when it was a problem and think it will escalate in the future. I resist making contact with her. She lives in another town 70 miles south of me. But as I was doing this, I grew up with a pretty severe alcoholic father, and I really understand that this is really most likely what's being triggered here. So it's good to really realize that, and I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Yeah. Belinda.
I'm really uncomfortable with myself because I practice believing, creating what I believe and being impeccable with my word. Yet she's had this boyfriend for 10 years. They're going to get married next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known his mother for 10 years and his family. And his mother just divorced his father. And I have a whole story in my head that he's just like his father. I see a lot of similarity. So I worry about my daughter, but I don't like creating that story, first of all, that I do that. I don't like that. And then also I've said negative things about him, which I make a point not to do that. I mean, I'm really careful. And my son pressured me until I told him what made me uncomfortable about Luke. My son pressured me to tell him. And then Luke came with us to Spain to meet our relatives in Spain, and they fell in love with him. And they were asking me, "What do you think about him?" And I was honest. And I'm uncomfortable that I did that. I feel like I created this damage now. Because people listen to me because I don't ever criticize. I'm careful not to gossip and criticize. So it holds more weight. And I feel bad that I did that. It's damage out there.
Mm,
And my cousin, the same thing. I told her what I was uncomfortable about, that, you know, and
mm,
so I don't know where to go. I haven't continued. It was a one-time thing with all of them.
mhm,
And they've since asked me, because I'm happy she's getting married, she's happy.
mhm,
They've since asked me, well, what, asked me about what I said. And I said, well, I I feel like he makes her happy. And, I've said what the truth is, but I'm uncomfortable that I feel this way. And then I keep
mm.
repeating that story to myself about he's just like his father. This is gonna, I don't like that I'm lowering myself to that, creating damage.
Well, and it's good. So just noticing the s- self, you know, something when I'm believing the thought, this is how I'm running, and I see it, and I don't tell, but then I do tell, and then oh, and it's the truth, and it's bad,
Mhm.
and then I'm a bad person because I shouldn't be. I mean, that's good to see that in there. When I think I don't like him, I don't like me either.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
the work is never forcing you to start liking something you don't like,
Mm-hmm.
It's just, but just seeing it, the stress of kind of having this come and an equal like, and then having it be revealed too, that I've revealed it. And even that. And I don't like that. I don't like it. And I told other people it's stressful. Just noticing that it's painful. Yeah. So it's good.
Yeah, it's out of wanting to protect my daughter, you
Sure.
know, and she was molested by my ex-husband. So I already feel guilt around that. So I think it's just this whole thing about I need to protect her, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. You see
But
all
she's
these.
28 and she's having a successful life,
Mhm.
and I don't get involved with her life. I let her have her life.
Right.
So, but inside, I still feel
Yeah.
guilt around that. I should protect her.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to see those images too that are all
Okay.
part of it. They just blossom in there and you're like, yeah, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. All right. Was it? I think Larry and then Lori.
That's good. Give me time to really think about this.
Hmm.
I think the prevail. I don't want bad news. I think the prevailing thought is save me.
Mm.
I want somebody to save me. I don't have to deal with this stuff.
Uh, yeah. Good. I mean,
Just run away. Just avoid. God,
yeah.
living in the future
Mm,
of and
mm,
yeah,
yeah.
it's not even such. I mean, it's not like horror a horror story. It's just
Sure. But just noticing all the like that, uh, wanting to close something off, whatever I'm calling
yeah.
bad
I want
news.
to be a child. I do. I
Uh,
want to go back. I want to be protected. I want to
yeah.
be loved and held. Yeah, and somebody else is taking responsibility. Somebody else. I just can count on
Yeah. Yeah.
somebody else, but don't make it be me.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. Thank you. Good way to describe it. Lori. Lori.
So when one of the directors called because he noticed I made a comment that could they make it 9 to 10 instead of 10 to 11, and he called and said, you committed to this. You said you could make this time. And then the finalized rehearsal schedule came out, and there was one day that it was like, well, so I made a second attempt. I made a request. This one particular day, could you move it from 10 to 11 to 9 to 11, 10? Anyway, so the belief, it was very uncomfortable because they'll think poorly of me if I make a request. How do I react?
Mm-hmm.
they're never going to give me another role. Rehearsals are going to be really uncomfortable because she's this,
I mean
flip
it.
flopper. Yeah, she's just, yeah.
She's always
And
making requests.
yeah, and then she's always making requests, So, and then I was thinking, what's so uncomfortable for me to make a request? And so asking for my needs is how I react is it's not really acceptable. It's sort of a different pay. It's out of my league. It's a different pay grade. It's like I'm like this little private in the army, and I'm being, you don't ask for things. We tell you what you're supposed to be doing, or this venturing out of my lane to actually request something just feels so uncomfortable. But anyway, how do I react? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like I'm asking is doing something wrong.
Wow. Yeah. They're well described. Just notice that one, like how far back that goes when you first ever had that thought.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I was the little kid on the block, so all the older kids kind of told us what we're playing and what we're doing. I just kind of went along with it. So
Yeah.
so yeah, it's been a long time that my lane is this, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, great. Good. So just noticing, watching what it's like. I just take that on. They'll think poorly of me if I make a request. Oh, what it's like when I think the thought. All right. Okay. So this question, I notice this brings peace. Does it bring peace to my life? Does it bring stress? And Christina said, I feel like, why can't they see what is obvious? No one is happy when they share bad news of the day. They are choosing to be negative. They are choosing to make me unhappy. And that is it. I am making them responsible for my happiness. Oh, good catch. Yes. They are not causing me physical pain, but I let it get to me physically by feeling tired and tense. Yes. If that would just change all that out there, then I will be okay. The great dilemma. The great, yes. Just notice, I want it to be, if it looks different, then I would be fine. And I like noticing, if I'm dependent on something else to change for me to be happy. Whew, that's a tough place. Tough place to be. Very insecure. Okay. Were you trying to come on off mute, Christina?
I got it. I got it.
Oh, woohoo. Okay.
I I want to say that with the work, it's about being right because
Hmm.
I've if it's there's this dance about, well, then if I'm not right and they are, then that can't be right because
Hmm.
I'm right. But but then I'm learning that that doesn't have to be right or wrong. It can just be that that's what they're doing. Um, is it who's running the fastest? Is there the right way to run or the wrong way to run, or you just run?
Hmm.
So I think that that's been my biggest piece. That is the need to be right and correct,
Ah,
and realizing it's not about that.
yes, that's huge.
But
Yeah.
it's like just teeny tiny bit at a time. I'm
Yeah.
able to get that through with.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So that fits right into, so if we ask this amazing question, who would you be without this thought? And you can include if there's, who would you be without the idea there's a right way and there's a wrong way for this to go, for this to be? What if you just weren't able to think your thought? And it doesn't mean you're passive or you don't do anything at all. You lay on the floor. If you're without the thought, you just lay on the floor and do nothing. No, no, not that. I just notice being in this situation without attaching to the thought. Maybe the thought can even appear, but I'm just not attached to it. Yeah, Joe says it's neutral. Everything that happens is neutral. Without the story. Without thinking that the thought tells you what you are or tells you what they are. It's like from Katie's quote. Most people think they are what their thoughts tell them they are. But one day I noticed that I wasn't breathing, I was being breathed. And then I noticed to my amazement that I wasn't thinking, that I was actually being thought, and that thinking isn't personal. Who would you be without the thought that your thinking, has anything to do with you? This thought. Lori says, calm, noticing he did this thing, like burping. It just happened. It's a human reaction, a response. Yeah, that's a great, like a sneeze, a burp, a sneeze. It's just a spontaneous thing happens. And people do those things, like reactions, and they're just believing their thoughts. So there they are, believing their thoughts. It's okay. You can even have compassion for them believing their thoughts, right? Yeah. How could they be any different than they are? And here's life just doing what it does, and it's in this, it's okay. Like noticing, are you all right? You safe? You safe in the situation? And Christina says, it's so soft, relaxed shoulders, and a little bit fun without the thought. That's great. Okay. So let's turn it around. All right. So turning it around to the self, just put only you into the middle of it. So like Kalima's even, I won't find a job. I won't find my thinking. I won't find me, especially when I'm worried about not finding a job, because you're right there, here with you. And I don't find it when I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm only going to be okay if I find a job. And it doesn't mean you're not looking for a job. I've been there before. I remember that. I don't like my thoughts about her fiance. I'll think poorly of me if I make a request. And I shouldn't start drinking again, or I shouldn't start thinking about her drinking again. What'd you find, Larry? Like, I don't want to hear my own bad news. I don't
Well,
want.
I actually wrote, I do want to hear bad news.
Okay, yeah.
For example, the tsunami was a good one because as we're driving to take the dogs in, I get a notification on my in my car, low tire pressure.
Yes,
Now I'm like, oh shit,
yeah,
flat tire, dogs, how are we gonna all this?
yeah,
But thank goodness I got the notification.
yeah. Good example.
And like with the dogs, they actually didn't find anything
Oh.
wrong, but um, had they, it would have been, well, I don't know. I do want to hear bad news. Because it can
Yeah,
save me, it can rescue me, it can
it gives you good information, and
good information.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like yeah, I'm informed. It's good. That's great. That's good. Awesome. I like it's like I don't the other turnaround, I don't want to hear my own my own my own bad news, the bad news that I make in my own head about
That's what it all is.
yes, right. It is. Right.
Okay, rescue me, Grace. Solve that one for me, will you?
Yes. I bet you like without the thought, without attaching to the thought, you're all right, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Your hands are with you your whole life and they are not concerned. Linda says, great example about car tire pressure. It gives us good information. It's very good. Yeah, it is. It is helpful. Joe says, I'm not caring about me if I'm focused on him not caring, which is an unchangeable reality. Right. Yeah, here I am. I'm not caring about me. Yeah. And that's my main job. Yeah. There they do. They say what they say or they act the way they act.
You
And
know,
yeah, Lori.
so the turnaround, I'll think poorly of me if I make a request.
Mm-hmm.
Wondering how that's do that, and I'm asking myself this: do I value being the loyal one, the most to a fault? You
Oh,
know, yeah. So by making a request, it feels a little bit like I'm being disloyal to your schedule.
uh,
Um, so yeah.
great. Really good. What a good question to ask yourself, like, wow, I'm really, yeah, yeah, like, I might be attached to the idea about people who never make requests are just the best or something. So
Hmm.
I want to be that, or
Hmm.
they're safe from criticism or something. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. I like Belinda said, I could stay in the present time, so without the thought, awareness, appreciate him, not be critical, not be in my daughter's business, not fear for her. Really good. And Lori, and other Lori says, I shouldn't be triggered again. But here I am, which is very kind to the self. Like, here I am. It's okay. So turned around to the other. Bad news doesn't want to hear me, what I have to say.
Yeah, that's the one I thought of. Bad news.
Yeah.
Do not want to hear me.
Yeah.
Shut up already.
Right.
That's what Carol actually said to me. She said, "Get off it already."
That's funny. Right. Just trying to give you some information. Yeah. Yeah. I'll think poorly of them if they make a request. just to see times in your life when that might have happened, or even in this situation, you know. Yeah. Decide that at some point, you know. This request making thing is just no good. Ah, yeah, Belinda, Luke doesn't like me. I don't like him. He doesn't like me. And you know, I like that one as it's definitely not a punch to yourself. It's just seeing, could there be a reason he wouldn't like me? And you don't have to start, you know, making a big list of faults about yourself, but it's kind of like that could be just as true. Yeah. And you would know why, you know, even if you're guessing, kind of asserting it in there, it's like, yeah, he might not like me because here I am, you know, so defensive about him or whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah. Joe.
Well, something that just came to me is, well, you know, I have dark thoughts about him. You know, that's not very caring, is it?
Yeah, right. That's great.
And, you
Yeah.
know, if you take that mirror principle
Mm-hmm.
of what you're putting out is what you're getting,
Mm-hmm.
then, you know,
Yeah.
that's really good to see.
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
Right. Like even if it's not coming out, and or if we saw a camera film of it, wouldn't look like anything, but you know, on the inside, you're just like, ah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's what the not caring triggers in me. So the not caring happens first, and then I go into, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Sure. Well, and it's your perception of not caring. I have labeled this not caring, and maybe other people would too. So we're not saying there isn't something about that, but you know, I decide it's not caring. And then I go from there. Um, but we don't for sure know, like it's like he should care. It should look different. Caring, this is not caring. And so caring is missing. Is it even true?
I can't know that it's true.
And that's something. Yeah. What if the way it is going with this absence of caring, you know, the way I want it to look, but what if that's the best way it could go? Just see if there's any advantage for it going the way it goes at the moment. Is there any
That,
advantage?
that's great. Thank you.
Yeah,
I think sitting with that no, that first question, is it true? And sitting in that no for a bit, for
sure.
me personally, before moving into how do I react? Because when I go into the how do I react, I go back into the,
Sure.
yeah. So sitting in that no, the relief of the no.
Mm-hmm. That's
Anyway,
great.
I just want to share that,
Yeah.
just my own experience of the
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
To kind of dwell there for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Yeah. So complete opposite, if you haven't gotten that there already. You know, just the total and complete opposite. And she is clearly communicating. I do want to hear it. I think you were finding that already, Larry. She should have started drinking again. How interesting. They'll think they'll think wonderfully of you if you make a request. Think well of you. I will find a job. I like jobs. It's you know, I won't I have to believe I don't have a job, and then I won't find one. And I'm yeah, like my job is maybe looking for a job right now, as they say. Yeah, is my job. And questioning my thinking is what my job is right now in this moment.
Actually, I wrote that down.
Yes.
That I get
Yes.
to do this this work, right?
That's so right. You're not at work right now.
This is a different type of work, and yeah, I get to do this because yeah, I will
Yeah. What
find a job.
else? What's one more example of how you will find a job?
I've had a job before. I'll have one again,
I love
or I'll
it.
find one again,
Yeah.
right? So it's not like
Right.
I've never had one.
Yeah.
Just when you, well, I shouldn't say that, but when you
Yeah.
want one, it's
Yeah.
like that desperation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do have a job, actually. I have a business from home. So,
Oh,
um, a massage business from home. So I've been doing that while I've been looking for, like what I really want to do. So, um,
fantastic.
yeah. So if I just advertise more and put it out there, more,
Yeah.
more always comes. It's
Fabulous.
law. It's the law. So it has to.
I love it. I love it. That's great. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a much calmer place to be to just know um, everything that's happening with whatever work is supposed to be underway right now, like work, energy in motion, you know, is actually happening right now. Nothing more is required in the moment. And, and I can get doubts. I've been there. I have doubts on the way. And, but then I just know must be what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Yeah, it's good. Advantages for all of it. All right. Belinda.
When I'm thinking that I do like him, I he did some wonderful things. He did my daughter wanted one of those big proposals with the photographer and everything. He did that. He got her a custom made ring with opals, exactly what she loves. He does trips. They do these beautiful trips, to vineyards and have weekends together. And, so I don't think about that stuff. I discount it when I'm thinking
Mm,
that I don't, when I'm thinking of the story of the things I don't like. But this allows me to focus on what I know, the things I do like about him, and makes it easier to like him.
yes. Yeah. And you can even see if there's like a reason for you personally what you like about him. Like there he is being himself that way. And I don't know that do you have anything that comes to mind that's like, it's just great that he's like that for me?
He comes to me for advice. He
Ah,
tries to do better. His mom's alcoholic, and he is always he's the savior of the family,
uh,
with and he has a hard time because she doesn't quit drinking.
uh,
So he sees a counselor, but he can talk to me about it.
mm,
And I feel for him around that. I like that he's trying to do better and trying to get better and sees a counselor.
wow, that's
Hmm.
great. I love it. Yeah, sounding pretty good.
Yeah, he's sounding like, oh yeah, he's a
Yeah.
different person than what I imagine when I think of the other
Yes.
things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Great. Thank you. Yeah. Anyone else find examples that you want to share for your just complete opposite or any of those turnarounds? Let's just hearing this again, do you wake up in the morning and say to yourself, I think I won't think today. Too late. You're already thinking. Like I don't like this thought. Too late. It's already there. Thoughts just appear. They come out of nothing and go back to nothing, like clouds moving across the empty sky. They come to pass, not to stay. There's no harm in them until we attach to them as if they were true. If you had somebody said, I'll give you $1 billion if you keep thinking this thought and never, ever, ever think it for the next several hours. Like, do not drop it for 1 second. You probably, there'd probably be a moment when you're like, right, oh my God, I forgot to keep thinking about that. Your mind would go over here and you'd be like, what's for dinner? Maybe I should go to the bathroom, or, just other things would happen, and you'd like lose this thought, I have to get a job, or I don't want any bad news. You'd forget about it. And so it is interesting how fleeting they are. And even the ones that look like it's very dangerous, and the mind really is picking it up and holding it tight, and you can't even sleep because it's feels painful. It does just relax itself. I mean, it does s- drift away. Patty.
So, what I like about the work is I want to be able to have the thought because, you say you lose the thought, but it comes back.
Yes.
So, but when it comes back, if I've done the work, it has less stress.
Yes.
And to me, that's the value of the work. It's not that I'm not thinking it.
Great. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm willing to think this. That's a good reason to be willing to think this again. Because, I might find that it's not that as stressful as it used to be. Yeah.
Yes. And it doesn't have the impact on me that it had before.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah,
So
right.
that's what I like.
Yeah, that's cool. That is very cool. Right. Yeah. Willing to think it. I even look forward to thinking it. Thank you all. Beautiful work. Lovely to be with you today. Yeah,
Thank you.
you betcha. Enjoy.
Thank you, Grace.
Lots of love. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.